Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another video, and today we are going to be reviewing Brand Push, which is a PR and article writing company that allows other brands to write PR articles for their own brand and just really increase their exposure. So without further ado, let's jump right in. So as I mentioned in today's intro, we're going to be reviewing Brand Push, which is a PR and article writing company. And I have personally used Brand Push, and I think it could be a lot of value to you guys as well too, who are trying to maybe increase your exposure or just to have that credibility of the, as seen on, sort of section with the CBC, Fox, USA Today, all these different news article platforms, having that on your website, which is, I know, the biggest reason why I wanted that on our funnel, just to really establish more credibility with our potential clients and really give us more exposure into the world. And so I know that this is going to be a massive value to you all. We're going to be walking through the pricing, we're going to be walking through the benefits, how it works, the articles that I even wrote myself. So stay tuned for all of that near the end of the video. So before I get into today's video, I want to ask you guys to please like the video if you get a lot of value from it, and of course subscribe to the channel. That helps tons with the YouTube algorithm. But enough of that, let's jump right into Brand Push and walk through their platform and their service. Okay, so we are now in my computer and we are on Brand Push's website, which is brandpush.co. And so, like I said, they are a PR company who basically will write all the articles for your business for you. And the great thing that I really love about Brand Push is they have a few different options, which we will walk through. And it makes it really, really easy for you as a business owner to basically get your articles written, even if you're in kind of like a crunch time or you maybe just don't have the time to actually write your own articles. They have a few different options. But right now we're on their homepage. And as you can see here, they have a lot of different publication companies that they work with, including Fox, USA Today, Google News, Digital Journal, MarketWatch, and Benzinga. And these are all very, very credible sites. And it's gonna be really cool when I actually show you guys the reports on how these are actually very credible sites, because I think a lot of people's fear with, getting these articles written is they're just being, published to these random sites that are, it might be Fox's brand or it might be USA Today's brand, but it's not actually their website. And so I'm going to walk you guys through that, show you guys all the stats, but let's just walk through their homepage first. As you can see, they have a little bit of a demo video. You've probably seen a lot of their ads on YouTube before. I know that they are a really, massive and growing company right now, which is awesome. But just a few more benefits, obviously, increase the amount of qualified buyers that are coming to your website. Obviously, you're going to have credibility when people see that you've been published on Fox News or Digital Journal, all these different publication companies. Another great benefit is obviously you can rank higher on Google, so it can push your website maybe to the top of, a Google search, or, increase its likelihood of getting to like the first page if maybe you're stuck on that 5th or 6th page of Google. And the cool thing too is you can help yourself get verified on social media. Now, I'm not too sure, every platform is different. Twitter is different than Instagram and all these different platforms, right? But I know for a fact that on Instagram, if you want to be able to get verified, you have to have publications about yourself. If you are someone who is a public figure, you're an entrepreneur, you're someone who is, kind of in the spotlight, basically the way that they verify that you are a verified person to be verified on their platform is by showcasing your publications and where you've been published. So this is definitely a great service to be able to do that. You can get a lot of articles written about yourself, what you do, the services you provide, the products maybe you sell, the companies you've started, so on and so forth, right? So you can see how this can really start to help you out in building your brand. And then of course, for a lot of you e-commerce brand owners who follow me on YouTube, increasing sales. This is a big deal, right? Obviously, if you want people to come to your landing pages and see the as seen on in your landing page, which you can either code or just copy and paste basically that image right into your landing page. When people see that, it's going to help increase credibility and increase trust. And I know that this has helped dramatically, even with our funnel. Once we got published in multiple articles, which we're going to walk through, we just started seeing a much better conversion rate. So yeah, increasing sales for you e-commerce brand owners and just increasing the likelihood of maybe even people opting in if you are in the B2B business industry or you're in, the service-based industry and stuff like that. Now, how does it work? So, like I said in the start, if maybe you are in crunch time and you just need an article written right away, or you just don't have the time, they have a few different options, but basically their team will actually write the article for you if you select their certain package. So they will write it for you, they will publish it to the news sites for you, and then step 3 is obviously get results, which is, like I said, whether it's lead generation or purchase conversions, you name it, and they can do it. So, oh, that's awesome. So I didn't even know that they must have just done this. So they actually have my my testimonial on here, which is awesome. They have a few other testimonials, which is great. But let's go take a look through their packages, okay? So they have the starter package, the plus package, and the pro package. Now, a lot of these are very, very similar. I think the biggest thing that I noticed was realistically, obviously, how long it took to publish, because as you go up in the packages, there's going to be longer articles written for you. So obviously it'll be published a little bit later on, which is no big deal. But the great thing is, and I always recommend the pro package. I'm not just recommending that pro package because, it's the more costly one, but because for me as a business owner, I don't want to be sitting behind my computer writing out these articles. I have more things on my plate to do, and having their experts be able to write these articles for me just helped a ton. So I always opt in for the pro package personally, but as you can see here, the different sort of articles that and choices that you have are, the starter package where you upload your own article, the plus package where you upload your 350 word article, and then the pro package where they'll write the 500 word article for you. And this one, the plus package, is actually, they will write it for you as well too. But you can start to see here, right, where then there's more revisions with the plus package, there's unlimited revisions with the pro package. So there's a few key differences, but for the most part, you will still get all the benefits. You'll still get that As Seen On website trust badge. You'll still get published in a lot of these affiliate channels as well too. So it's all very, very good. And these are all USD pricing as well too. Now, they do provide a money back guarantee, which is, I think, really, really great. I mean, obviously, they're very confident in their service. And me personally, I've used their service many times before, and I found it awesome. I found it really, really easy to use. It was really easy to connect with their team. Their customer service is also A1. So if I ever did have any questions or concerns or, feedback for them, I pretty much got an answer right away, which was awesome. Now, they do have a frequently asked questions section here. I won't go through, all of this, but if you do have more, concerns or maybe questions about brand push, definitely jump in here. Definitely, they have a ton of, insight on, frequently asked questions, a lot of things that, their current customers are asking or people that are interested in their products and things like that. But now I want to be able to jump into some of the articles that we have had written for our agency, show you guys some of the stats, and then show you guys some of the websites and affiliates that they are helping your articles get published to. So let's jump right into that. So right now we are actually on one of my reports for my agency. And as you can see here, the publications that they have basically used and published my articles to, 480, which includes 450 different news sites. And then, potential exposure of 136 million, which is insane. And so, yeah, you can imagine, like, for this potential reach for, the pro package, I mean, that is an insane cost per milli for sure. So these are some of the publications that they were able to post and some of the news sites that they were able to post to. Market Watch being a big one, Google News, USA Today, CBS. And the cool thing with brand push is they'll actually, show you the authority that these news channels have. So they'll say, Market Watch has a 92 authority. You can actually click that. It'll bring you to a different link and it'll show the SEO and the analysis of really that domain's authority, the root domains, the ranking and the keywords, spam score. I mean, obviously these are very, very credible websites, right? So that is the cool thing, is you can actually jump in here and see their authority and it'll bring you to pretty much the exact same website. And then it'll show you guys again the domain authority and everything there, which is awesome. And then on some of these actual publication sites too, they are actually registered with the Federal Communications Commission, which is huge because I think a lot of people have concerns that when you order a service like this, you're getting posted to, publications and sites that just they're not credible. They're, these affiliates, they don't work, all these things. And so it's really, really nice knowing that obviously the FCC is, a part of this, and they are saying, like, we are putting our stamp of approval on these affiliate sites, on these publication sites, which is really, really awesome. And it gives you a ton of information to even look into. You can even contact, a lot of these studios by their address, their phone number, their email, which is awesome. And so if you see on your report, the FCC, obviously they have put their stamp of approval on them, which is really, really great. And then it'll even show, the Alexa rank, It'll show you their social media following. It'll show you their monthly traffic to their websites, which is really, really awesome. And so you can just start to see like the credibility of, you know, these publication sites. And of course, the authority is really the biggest one that I look at for sure, is the authority, you know, understanding like what sites have the most authority and where it's going to show up. But really that goal here is to have that trust badge being put on your website to showcase that, look, I have been published. Okay, so let's actually walk through some of these articles with you guys. And first things first, I mean, MarketWatch is a really, really big one. Their authority is huge. I know that when I saw that we were going to get published to them, I was very excited. And so as you can see here, this is basically an example of one of the articles that they had written for me. I did not write this article. The great thing is they have tons of backlinks in here too. So people reading this, they have so much opportunity to actually click these links and be brought to our website. And they did a great job. I mean, they showcased testimonials, they created social proof, they showcased what our company does as an agency, who we tailor our services to, and then they even left some contact information as well too, which was awesome. And so the coolest thing is we started seeing a genuine large amount of traffic be generated to our website once we had these articles written. And the cool thing is, with everything combined between our paid traffic campaigns, between our social media following, every way that we really, you know, disperse our content out to get more leads, they just added a new layer onto that because we were published to all these websites and we could showcase to people that we were a credible company, we've been published before, and it was just such a big help. So MarketWatch was a big one there. You know, we can go to Fox News and check out some of theirs as well too, right? And so I know on some of these publication sites, they actually have some images that they included in there as well, which is really, really helpful. But again, very same article, just different images, you know, more backlinks, you know, giving people direction to our website, you know, getting people to send us an email if they're interested. Super, super great. And this basically goes on and on forever. we can basically click on every single one of these and it'll bring them to, again, the exact same article, just written on a different platform and a different site. Okay, now I want to go back to their website and just to show you guys, again, really the bread and butter of why people order services like this. And, you know, whether you're an e-commerce owner trying to increase your sales or you're in lead generation, you're trying to bring in more leads, the biggest thing is this right here, this as seen on. If you have this on your website, this increases so much credibility towards your brand, because when people see that you've been published in these news articles before, they're going to trust you a lot more. They might even read those articles. So it's a really great way of just, again, you know, leading people to a different link to, you know, learn more about who you are, what you do as a company, what you do as a brand. And it's just a really, really nice way to just, again, put people at ease when they're on your landing page, because I know for a lot of you new business owners, it's kind of tough to establish yourself in the marketplace. And so brand push is just really, really nice to be able to have that extra layer of trust being provided into your website. So yeah, this is definitely the main reason why I actually use brand push. And, I'm sure it's the main reason why a lot of these people use brand push. And you can see a lot of different sort of industries. You know, of course, I'm an agency owner. This person is a coach and consultant, you know, digital marketer, like just really cool opportunities provided by brand push. And just, again, a very diverse amount of people use it as well too. It's not just agency owners, it's e-commerce brand owners. There's digital marketers, consultants, coaches, all of those things. All right, now I want to talk about a few different things that I had in terms of feedback for brand push when I was going back and forth with their rep. And, you know, a few of the things that I noticed is, and this isn't really in their control, but a lot of these platforms that they utilize, you know, MarketWatch, you know, Daily Herald, Fox, all these things, they have different rules. So some of these platforms will actually only be able to keep your article up for, you know, maybe a few months, maybe it's 12 months or 36 months. It seems like a long time, you know, but ideally it would be nice if they could keep it on there forever, just at least have like backlinks that people could reference. So the only issue is, obviously, if you're posting these links to your social media or to your website, if Fox or if MarketWatch decides to maybe take your links off and take your articles off their website, people are going to be basically clicking a link that leads to nowhere. So it's just good to be cognizant of, you know, the fact that if you have these links leading to your articles on your social media pages, just check it every month just to make sure it is still there, because you don't want to be directing traffic to like a broken link or anything, because it's going to do the exact opposite of what your goal is to do, which is establish trust, right? So that is one piece of feedback The other thing that I did notice as well too is some of the links on our articles, they didn't actually lead to the landing pages that we, were, hoping for, or some of them didn't lead to our actual website, right? It was just more so to highlight the actual, maybe the sentence or the term that we were kind of discussing. So that is another piece of feedback that I did have for them. But really, those were really the only two things. Besides that, like I said, like the authority that they created on my website, the credibility, the social proof, and then in terms of like the customer service and who they are as a company, it was just awesome. It was a first-class experience. As you can see here, is a first-class experience by, a lot of these people. As you can see, they have tons of reviews. But again, they are an awesome brand for really getting your articles out there, published to credible websites, and being able to really increase that credibility for your brand, which I know so many of you new business owners are looking to achieve. Now, if you are looking into brand push, it is worth noting that there are a lot of other services that do kind of what brand push does. But the one thing, and this is what made me lean more so towards brand push, is the fact that their pricing is so competitive. I mean, when you actually look at other brands, you will notice that their pricing is like at least 5 to 10x what this is. I mean, I've talked to freelancers on Upwork who, they were actual journalists who worked at these companies, and they were charging at a minimum, around $1,000, multiple 4 figures. I mean, it was just like crazy. And then when I came across Brand Push and I saw that they, had starter packages for $195 and their pro package, which has a huge amount of value in it, for $250. I mean, that was a clear indicator that these guys were, definitely the right team to work with. There's no way that I was gonna, spend $2,500 just to have a few articles written for me when I can have Brand Push write, 200 articles, write the article for me, which is great, have unlimited revisions. I mean, there was just so much benefits of working with them. And when I compared them to a lot of the other competitors who I was researching, I mean, it was literally just a no-brainer. And you can go do your own research on these companies. You will not find another company that prices their packages out like this. And especially if you go work with like a specific journalist, I mean, you're looking at a few $1,000s, 100%. All right, now if you are looking to maybe get a sample report of what you can expect when you actually write an article and you get your feedback, in terms of your analytics and your stats, kind of like how I showed you with my articles, you can actually go and scroll all the way to the bottom of their website and basically click their news sites and go to sample report. And then it'll bring up their sample report. And then so basically you can go here, you can start to, again, kind of do your own due diligence and research into the authority of these brands or these publication websites. But then you can also click these websites and then view what you can expect from your articles. So they can include some images, they'll have nice headers, nice titles. You can actually showcase like their quality of work, and read through some of these articles. I know I did, right? And I know it helped a ton. And then again, I know that I created a really cool ad for them. It seems like they're liking the content that I'm making for them, which is awesome. But I'm happy to do it. I mean, these guys have honestly been a first-class company to work with. And so I'd highly recommend them. But again, do your due diligence, make your own decisions for sure. But they are a great company, and I think especially once you start comparing them to like what's out there and their competitors, I mean, you'll just know that these guys really take the W in terms of what they provide and the service that they actually offer. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so that is my review of brandpush.co. They are an incredible PR service, and I'd highly recommend them to anyone that's looking to get, maybe some more brand exposure, brand awareness, increase their leads. I know that that's what we personally use them for as an agency. We were kind of, I wouldn't say struggling to get leads, but just having that credibility as a new agency. We've been in business for around 3 years, but even that, it's still a short amount of time. And because there's so many agencies out there, we found it kind of hard to enter the marketplace. But once we had the As Seen On section from all the, published articles that we've been using, we just found that it was so much easier to, get new clients, get new leads. And we just saw a ton more traffic coming to our website with actually highly qualified leads, which is a big deal. But again, even for you e-commerce brand owners, definitely would recommend them, because if people land on your landing pages for your products and they see that your products or your brand has been published in these news sites, I mean, that just adds such a massive layer of trust. So I'd highly recommend using brandpush.co. You can go to their website, which I will throw in the video right down below, and go visit their website, go do your own research, go check out some of their videos. I know that they have a few live, sort of demo videos as well too on their products and services. And I really hope that you guys enjoy their service if you end up using it. So that is it for today's video, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I really hope you guys enjoy this service if you use it. Do not forget to like this video if you got a lot of value from it. And of course, subscribe to the channel. It helps tons with this, ridiculous YouTube algorithm. But I will see you guys in next week's video. Peace.